ठीक नहीं लग रही।
ठीक है यार। इसलिए
कि
so first of all I need to right click properties, change.
चेंज।
It's like the hotmail is changed. Start here. Will cover. This is the form. The form name is Zanap 65. In this session, we'll cover administrator portion, how to add. I think I already update you that how to add an administrator in App Center, create an application. History is basically is a configuration logging database. Once we click on the form and right click here on the form name, properties here, and form properties, and from here configure the configuration logging database. You need to click here because I am using SQL Server here. It will show the server name, drop down menu, and not showing here. Just click WinDB. Here it's the tricks. Okay. This for this I need to check what is the database name. So
Sir, sorry, can I ask a question? Sir, actually, in our premises, we have only one rack. We have installed multiple applications over one rack server. Then how to put the database site name?
just I'm showing you once. Let the database open. Show you. So here I'm changing the domain. I need to change the IP address. I need to provide the IP address manually over here. Let it open CPL and then one nine eight one nine nine one two three. One nine nine one six eight zero one is the DNS IP. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and now changing the domain. Okay. Start, start. One nine nine 168.
Sir, have you changed the network mode?
Yeah, I need to change the network. Now it's join to, and here is the database. First, WinDB is the server name, CitrixDB is the database. You can say is the instance name, CitrixDB. Inside this instance, database, synapse for Citrix form, hside, and conf log. Or config log is for configuration log. Search database name, config, next connection established with the specific database. Showing the config log database server, into the DB. You can see the name config log and no then okay. Okay, no issue. I will check it. Into the uh, config service, and once it's the configuration, you can see the all logs here. All the activities done by the administrator. But load evaluator policies. Okay, I think how to publish the application they already updated you in the previous session. But
Yes,
again,
but once more.
so yeah, once more. Uh, Santosh,
Yes, sir.
for the application, tell me the steps, and I will do the one.
Sir, go on right side panel and application, select application and create the site.
Here you can see.
Right click and
Yes, sir.
Publish it.
Okay.
Next. Then display name. We have put anything.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is difference between content and application?
Sir, content server desktop, that means is provide the full rights on server screen. Uh, so all access, given the all access of server, and content is providing only contents, like suppose content, that means mm,
Okay. So very first name of the application. Then you need to choose either I want to server desktop content of the application. So why do you
which
access
we
on
have
applications
provided
only
here, sir.
on the selected application? Just because
Yes, yes,
you
yes, sir.
can see the content, but you cannot make any changes on
Yes,
that. Okay. From that, in application, there are server hosted applications created the server. In that, you have hosted an application. That application, if you are hosted, server hosted application.
okay, server hosted, yes.
The application you need to create a streamed application package, and then you need to publish it for the in stream. There are two type of application: stream client or stream to server. For each, we have some specific configurations. Console is the access from the server option, application name, type, location, server, in which server application is installed, yeah, which user we want to provide access, that user need to add here, text finish.
Sir,
If we are going to
one
stream,
question.
yeah,
Sir, actually, if we have hosted a application in different servers from here,
from here in the server, it will show the which are the part of your citrus farm
it is
replicate
from.
over here in the server section.
Okay, 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 yes.
You need to choose the server only. Application is hosted. You need to choose the application and
Okay,
click on next. Okay. Suppose here is the application command line. I want to this notepad. Notepad is installed on all servers. I need to copy it from here, paste it in the command directory. Just pasted the same thing. Only we
yes,
need
sir.
to remove the exe. Okay.
Okay.
Then next, add server. Here two options: servers or worker group. Combination of servers. It's like a OU
Okay,
uh, of servers. So same application servers are uh, work. So as
actually,
per
it's a worker group
application
is a client, like a client.
later, once I will cover it out. Combination of servers. In a worker group, we can group on the basis of application, on the basis of users, on the basis of like department. We have created a worker group for sales, for marketing, and blah blah like that. Okay, so we can create a worker group based on the similar kind of thing. The similar type means we can create application. We can create a worker group for SAP. All SAP servers will put in the SAP worker group. We created for uh, uh, marketing and for other. We can worker groups and put the similar kind of servers on the same. Choose from here. Just click on a worker group and you will get the in the
Okay.
application.
Oh,
Don't want this, remove it. If you want to choose the server, just go to the server. Okay,
We
and
have
server is
choose
added over here.
multiple servers.
Next, now you need to add the user. When I will check the here. Okay. Now I need to add the user. Add list. We can for always we prefer to add groups over here. Whatever group we need to add the group here. We need to create an group or get a single request that one user needs to add. We have user ABC need to be a PDF application. And we need to check group is a PDF application. How can we check? Just cancel it. We need to the PDF properties. Where is the properties? Application. Other task. Go to the user. You can see the groups over here. Excel. So for PDF application, Citrix PDF group is here. Then email to the Active Directory team to add particular UC into Citrix
PDF group.
for feedback. So once the user is them, user already automatically get the access on the PDF.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Doubt?
Mm. No, sir.
I'm going to install.
Sir, how to user access that application? Like a first user login on the server and connect with
No.
Citrix.
Previously, I updated you. Login into the application server or any of the server. User will only access the URL provided.
Okay. And what is the Citrix receiver? What is the function of Citrix receiver?
It should be installed on the user's laptop or desktop. It's a Citrix client.
Okay.
It should be installed on the Citrix user's laptop or desktop or the any client device. It could be PDA, mobile, anything.
Okay, sir.
I'm going to publish an application. Which application I will publish? Tools will publish google.com. Somewhere where we'll get the google.com from software. Software. Then, okay. I will paste it here in the Google. Oh, how is the first we clicked on install Zenap server. Then we got this screen. Now we have clicked on add server role. Learning. This is the process. If you will get any request like add a new server, it's Zenap 5 environment.
Okay.
A new server in the 6.5.
Yeah.
And after that, on next migrate server into 7.8.
Okay.
Same server will migrate on. Okay.
Okay.
So it's running. Google Chrome has been installed. Here we have chosen Google. Next, here it already exists. Google One. Okay, command line. Uh, Command detail. Just click on the
Right click.
properties.
Yes. Right.
Target. Paste. Chrome exe. And here remove the
exe. There is it. Colon.
next server. It's installed. So, okay. Next. Add. That name is filter. Okay. User is added. Add other users here. And next, finish. We will get the application here in the list. And application is okay.
Okay.
Application is installed. Just click on the
Mm.
application, go to the server. You will get the server list, user list, connected user, current setting. Okay, this is the complete setting. You can get the settings from right click and go to the application server. You will get the details over here. Detail you have created at the time of. Yeah, first, how to make an application? User, how to add or remove servers, application. Okay, and this is a platinum edition. Next,
Mhm.
next. Here I will install Zenap as well as web interface on same server. I have not created any web interface server. In web interface here. IIS integration. IIS is required for web interface. Can anyone having the remote session, remote desktop? Load evaluator. And load evaluator is the advanced default. These are the load evaluator. What is load evaluator? Can anyone tell what is load evaluator?
To calculate the load on set server. There are 13 rules. It's a set of rules to calculate load on Citrix server.
Good. So I'm now clicking on the advanced. Here, settings is showing the current setting. Information. There are these rules are, and here memory utilization is enabled. Load throttling rule enabled. What is load throttling?
How user logon impacts server performance, right?
Yeah.
So
Predefined load evaluator and default. In advanced, there are 4 rules configured. Means by default, these 4 rules are created for advanced.
okay.
Utilization, load throttling, memory uses. Only 2. And server user. From these tools, if you want to create any new, just click on the new on the load balancer or right click here and add load evaluator. Get all the you can create load evaluator for your requirement. Underscore rules. Okay. First, application user load. Just check it here. This rule allows user load evaluator to calculate a load based on the number of is a specific published application. Hash. Are connected with okay CPU utilization, disk data based on the user, how many users are connected, how many data is transferring from server to client, content switch means how much content is transferring. Your load evaluator based on the content switching. Anyone know what is CPU content switching?
No, sir.
It's based upon the content. Like in Google, if you are searching something, you are searching set or you are searching VMware, it's a content. On based of that, going to this Google server and available results as content switches. Whatever activity you are doing on the server, the query goes to CPU thread that and moving your that is content switches. IP range, you can define the allow or deny IP range from here. IP range is allowed or which is deny. You can mention, but this is not required. This is a main rule. Memory uses, how many memory, page swap or page fault, scheduling. In this, in the scheduling, you can do, you can add, suppose weekend or in the night time. Most of the servers are not in use because of the less traffic or minimum workload on the server.
Mhm.
Try here that accessible Monday to Friday, or which server are accessible Saturday, Sunday. You can say this will to reduce the workload. In between, suppose that you have 7 servers, and in weekdays or Saturday, Sunday, you want only 2 servers should be on because of very less uh, workload, or user cannot access other 5 servers because of the maintenance activities.
Mhm.
Yeah, every Saturday, Sunday, every weekend, you are doing the maintenance activity on that, or take a reboot of that server because it is based on the Windows server. So weekly reboot is required for that. So you can schedule, make a schedule from here. Till Saturday, Sunday, anytime you can reboot the server. If you have create a schedule here that from this time to this time server is not available. Okay, interval time you need to choose. You need to start and end time, and you can apply.
Mhm.
Okay, so these are the rules. On the basis of that, you can create rules. Just go to the new or right click here. You can A, B, C, whatever the rules, whatever you want to select. Okay, I'm just randomly I'm select selecting rules. Okay, I, okay. Now ABC has been created. Created. Right click and modify. Okay, if you want to delete, you can delete it. Is in the application, go to the application, right click and check it. Publish a new application, attach application to the load evaluator. Click here, select the load evaluator, in which load evaluator you want to attach this application. Click here, selected advanced for Adobe Reader, click OK. In Adobe Reader, is in this is advanced or by application. In this is the advanced load evaluator applied.
Mhm.
Here is default. Here is load. Okay. So this is the way how to apply load evaluator on an application.
Application.
But if you want to apply load evaluator on the server, there is a different process. Okay, from policies you can apply it on the server. For the application, you need to just right click on the application and apply the load evaluator. If you want to write it down, you can write it down and make a note. Just go to the application, right click on the application, other tasks, and attach application to the load evaluator.
What is the
Select the load evaluator, click OK. Okay. If you want to check, go to the load evaluator, used by application, and here is the result. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So today I have updated you about the how to publish a normal application evaluator. Okay, what is load evaluator? What are the rules? How to create a load evaluators? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
and how to configure the configuration model in 6.5. And the info report. Let's check. First, I have published a simple application right now. Okay, I am going to create a. What is different? Access from a server is a hosted application.
Yes, sir.
Okay, for that you have some options like name, one, second, type.
Okay.
Type means the desktop content or
Desktop content
application.
or
These are the types.
Yes, sir.
Is streamed or not. Then location is third, server fourth,
And
user fifth. These are 5 options available here. But you are going with the streamed if possible, otherwise access from server.
server.
I clicked here and is the installed application. What is here? Is the streaming option is increased.
Yes.
Name, type,
Streaming location.
streaming location I need to provide. Offline access I need to provide. Server access, location or server. Means in which server this streaming profile is. We need to provide the server name and server location. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Server location means this is the application. Here is the application. Browse. Just we have where is the profile created? So we have a profile, we have stream profile VLC. Stop. So need to browse. Go to the desktop. Is a VLC. Select the dot profile. This is dot profile. Just select it and open. So once you select it, and it will sync with the Citrix. It will show the list of the applications which is created under that profile. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So reading Citrix streaming application profile. Let it be complete. Now it's showing the VLC media player. VLC media player. I'm selected VLC media player. And see here is a streaming. I have provided the location. Application location. Okay. Application name. Then next, offline access. Enable offline access. If you do this, it will enable offline access. If you don't do this, it will not enable offline. Only you select the checkbox. Client. If your client wants to enable the offline access, you need to check it. In this next, command line. If and now for this you need to check that application is installed on the server or not. If it's installed over here, you can provide this. Means doing both things. It will launch the applications through streaming profile, and if a streaming profile is corrupted or not available, then user will access the application from the server also, in which we have installed the application. Do you know what is streaming?
Create the multiple images.
Streaming means
Streaming means suppose Netflix,
Number of images. Or
YouTube.
yes.
These are providing videos through streaming. Means that video is exactly on that their server, but through streaming that video or movie is downloading on your laptop or TV or anything, and from there it's play for you. And once you will close the session, it will flush out from your device. That is stream. Okay, so it's stream to server. Here it's showing the streaming offline access. Okay, you need to select or check or uncheck offline access. Then you need to add the server, in which server you want to stream that application for user. Okay, so how many type of is a stream to server? But once I'm going to stream to client, there is no server required,
No server
because the
Yes.
application is getting streamed on the user's laptop or desktop. Okay,
Mhm.
clear? What is the difference between client and
server.
server? It's streamed on the server which you have selected at the time of publishing the application. A stream to client, no server required for the streaming. Application will stream on the user's laptop or the client device.
Mhm.
You can say on client device. So this is basically nowadays only we are using to publish an application basically from this option. Means access from a server. This is the basic option. That one is in use, because the streaming is not in use nowadays. Okay, and I'm just closing this, going to this server again. So the server has been rebooted, and in between, how to check the zone preference? Just go to zone,
Check.
click on any zone. Here, right click, set server election preference. For ZDC, always ZDC server is on most preferred election preference, and there are 4 election preference: most preferred, default preferred, or not preferred. Okay, and now here I am resuming the installation. So you need to click on the resume install to continue the installation after reboot. Click on install, and once you click on the install, it will start installation. Let it be installed. And here you cannot see that XA3 is not here till now. Okay, so once this server is installed and configured, then you can see XA3 over here.
Okay. All are shown.
Yes, it will automatically added in the server list. If you want to remove any server from this list, right click, remove server from form. But before that, you need to uninstall the Synapse from the server. That is a process for decommissioning. If you will get to a request to decommission a server, it means that server need to be removed from the Citrix form, as well as the Citrix application should be uninstalled from that. How to uninstall that is the same way. Add here, click here, add or remove server role. First, because nothing will install on that server. That time it was showing add a server role. But now server role is added, so it's showing add or remove the server role. Just open this. What is this actually? Is a Synapse Server Role Manager. You need to open Synapse Server Role Manager. Click here and uninstall the application. Remove all Synapse roles from the server, and then from here, right click, go to other task, and remove server from. Okay, that is the uh, steps to decommission the server. So, what we covered: add a server in the Citrix form, or decommission a server, or remove a server from the Citrix. Install an application, okay, and load evaluators. In load evaluators, there are two things only: load throttling and what is load evaluator. What are the predefined role? Is advanced and default, and what uh, rules configured there. So for advanced, there are 4 rules.
4 rules.
For default, there
2
are
rules.
True.
worker group definition. Worker group is a combination of same set of servers. All the worker group, once we put multiple servers under a worker group, so we can apply the Citrix policy on the worker group only. Once we apply the policy on worker group, it will automatically applied or replicate on the members also. It's the same like OE. So whatever policies apply on the OE or on the user. Okay. So in the group, we have policies on the group will automatically apply the web server. Same set of servers will be put in the same worker group. On the department is based the application properties.
Okay.
Understand?
Okay, sir.
There are 2 types of policies: computer policies and user policies. Okay, I'm clicking on the computer policy. So today I will cover reboot policies, how to create a reboot policy for server. Is a reboot custom warning, reboot login. Just click on new. So suppose you have provided the name of the policy 0. Next, here you need to choose. You can see the list of the policies here. Just once you click, you will get the related policies over here. Okay. So it's a reboot behavior. In reboot behavior, we have these type of policies available. First, reboot custom warnings. Add, enable. Custom warning means enable reboot custom warning text setting. You can you have created some text over here, and that warning goes to the server once the server about to restart. Before that, it will show the warning to the the user which are connected on that server. What is this? After that, I need to set the custom message. Okay, here reboot custom warning text. First, I have enabled the custom warning. Then the text which server will throw to the connected users on that server. So here server is going to reboot in 15 minutes. Okay, that custom message I have set. Now these two policies are configured. That's why it's showing edit or remove option. This one not at configured. Reboot logon disable time. Anyone know what is logon disable? Once we disable logon on any of the server, no one will able to connect on that server. No user will able to connect on that server. So this is to logon disable. Disable 60 minutes before reboot, or you can
Okay.
do that this one 15 minutes before I have set it. Then reboot schedule frequency. Reboot schedule कितने दिन बाद means after how many days you want to reboot the server. Means first reboot will be today and second reboot will be how many days? It's suppose 7 or 15. So 7 means every Sunday.
Every
If
Sunday.
I'm putting it for 7 days, it means first reboot will be on next Sunday, and the next reboot will be on next Sunday, and every Sunday server will reboot. So, or if I will put it 50 days, then after 2 weeks server will. Okay, that is reboot sequence, and reboot schedule randomized interval is here. Random means minimum how many days. Here you can mention the time by 7, 8, 9 is a 8. Okay. Then reboot schedule start date. Start date by today or after the day. Here you need to mention today's date because today is the first will be the first reboot, and next reboot will be on next Sunday. Okay. So I'm mentioning here is a 2 0 2
0205 2021.
0 12 no.
0 to 1.
Okay. Next. Then reboot schedule time. What time I want to schedule is suppose 12 hours. Reboot warning interval 5 minutes because it's start from 15 minutes before, and reboot warning will send after
Every 5
every
minutes.
5 minutes. That is or 1 minute, 3 minute option is there. I said 5. Reboot warning start time 60 minutes before reboot. No, it's a 15. Okay. Then reboot warning to user
Every user.
enable. Scheduled reboots enable. And now the reboot policy is applied. Once we done it, the next worker group organization. Organization unit is the part of Windows. Worker group is the part of
Citrix.
just here add. You need to put the name, but once I click on browse, it will help. Okay. So once you select it, yeah, it's there. So that is the way we need to select the worker group
Policies.
and apply the policy on the worker group. So once we apply the policy on any worker group, it will automatically apply on the members also. Okay, we can select multiple worker group also to apply a policy. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now the installation has been done. Okay, and the next is to specify licensing.
License and country.
So I just click on the. This is for web interface, but today we will not configure the web interface. Let it be done. For licensing, it's done. This is showing screen. Only we have provided the name of the server, license server, and it's automatically configured. Now, Zenab configuration. So click here. So now it is showing the option create a new server form, but we don't. We have got a request to add the new server in the existing form. So what option we need to choose? Add this
Add
server
the
to an
server.
existing server.
Existing
Okay,
form.
existing Microsoft server Express
Express
database.
database.
No, we have existing Microsoft SQL server database. Next, here database server name WinDB, CitrixDB, database name Zenap. Okay,
Yes, sir.
next asking for the password.
Create a new
Uh,
password.
Citrix. Test connection. Test completed
Test
successfully.
completed successfully.
Next, and always remember, don't go with
Remote
the
control.
prohibit remote control. Once you will prohibit this option, or you will select this option, never ever you will able to enable. So always let it be enabled.
Yes, sir.
After that means is the default. Always go with the this option only.
Mhm.
If client is requirement is that we need to prohibit the shadowing option, then at the time of installation always go with the allow shadowing. After installation from App Center console you can prohibit the shadowing for a specific server. Okay,
Okay, sir.
Okay.
so next and
Thanks.
it's the done. So this is the configuration steps. Need to add a server in the Citrix existing Citrix 6.5 form, and same thing uh, in the next session we'll create a 7.x server. We'll migrate these servers
6.5 to
from
7.0.
6.5 to 7.x. Okay, what is the steps, what are the requirements to migrate this server from here to there?
6.5 to 7.0.
Migration, what is difference between migration and upgradation?
So migration, that means we have put the all things and provide the only provide the roles. That is the migration. And upgradation, that means we have upgrade the servers from
All the settings and rule will apply again in upgradation.
We upgrade the same server
Upgrade
from
this is
one
migration move
existing
from one
version to
platform to
higher
another.
version. Always upgrade
Network.
the same server from existing to higher version. But migration, we move server from one location to another location, or
One environment
build
to another.
yeah, what
One environment to another.
one another investment and upgrading the required application or OS also. Means migration is with the movement from
Another.
one location to another or one environment to another, but upgradation is happening in the same environment on the sensor, same server. Okay, so it's a
Yes.
finished, and I hope after that it will ask for reboot, uh, rebooting the server, and once the server will reboot, it will replicate in the Citrix App Center. Here is the XA3. So let it be done. Now you can see the server is added in the Citrix form. Clear?
Yes, sir.
This server, and also from here you can run from any of the member server, Citrix member server. You can able to run the App Center. Just go to the Citrix administrator, Citrix, the role manager, and this is management console. Ask me later. One more thing is showing here, the web interface and the administrative tool, Citrix management console. You can see web interface management.
Web interface.
Okay. Once you click on the configure, you can configure it, or after opening the management console, Citrix
Web
Synapse
interface
management
management.
console, you can configure. So I'm clicking here. From here it's showing the server name, product, platinum edition, version. There are three editions: platinum, enterprise, and
Enterprise and server edition.
platinum, enterprise, and advanced
Advanced, sir.
for Citrix. There are three type of editions. And license for Zenap is the concurrent, or for Zen desktop is the per user per device. Zenap website, Zenap service site. I am going to the website, create website. Here, path, name Zenap, default website. Okay, next. If you want to create with the another name, you can create it. Citrix Web. Uh, Citrix Web. Okay, same default path. Next, at web interface, gateway. I will tell you later what is the use of this. And next. Also, we can do one thing. We can go to the IIS manager. Next, it's asking for the server form. What is the name of the server form? Is a Zanap 65. So I need to put the server form over here. Zanap 65 server in the failover order. Only one server is the XA3. Next, pass through and explicit. Allow any domain. Minimal. And online, offline is a dual mode. Next. Okay, this is the website, and from here we can review site. So the Citrix user will get this website only. This is your Citrix website. So user will get this website, and from outside of the environment, from his laptop or desktop, he will
User receive.
open this URL, and then he will be able to access the application. How? First, he will get this. Once he open, he will get it. Here is the option to login is the user ID and password.
Then we have provided the user ID and password also, no?
Every domain user has their domain ID and password. Here he need to log in through the domain ID and password.
Someone is sitting outside and asking for the Citrix login. Then we have provided the
URL
login
only.
ID and the password and the
No,
URL.
never, never.
Only URL.
Only we will provide the user ID, a URL,
URL. Okay.
and user itself has the domain ID and password, which he need to put it here. And why it's taking time? Because some plugins are not installed. I think. Our Internet Explorer is not still sitting inside. So once he log in, he will get the list of the applications, whatever application has access for the user from these applications, whatever applications are in the user access list. User will get the applications here, and then he will just click on the application and launch it on itself. That is the process. So this is the URL. I just configured this to show you guys how user access the Citrix environment. User access the Citrix environment from this URL. But
URL.
administrator, if you are a Citrix administrator, you will be authorized to access on the server. Only you can log in into the Citrix servers and make the changes from backend. This is your backend, and this is your front end. Here is
Okay.
the Citrix slash letter and password. क्या हुआ, किस्मत तुम्हारी भी तबीयत खराब है?
सब सब ठीक हो गया, थोड़ा खांसी रह
Now you can see the list of applications for administrator as well as the desktop. Once you click on the desktop, you will get the desktop content. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and apart from this, in the next session we'll configure or we'll cover the web interface, because after that there are a lot of things we need to discuss on the web interface, how to configure and what are the configurations here. Okay, but
Okay.
better we will not discuss about the web interface. We'll discuss about storefront only, because storefront is compatible for 6.5 and
As
7.0.
well as 7.0.
And now web interface is not in use, is out of date.
Okay.
So we'll only cover some small things from here, and at the time of migration, we'll discuss about the storefront. But the backend or the process is the same. User will get the 7.x URL, and from there he will access the application. Here is a 6.5 URL, and from there he will get the list of applications. The same.
Okay.
Okay. So for
Okay, sir.
today on